Carl here from Games, Brains and Headbanging Life, gbhblofficial for short. It's album review time, and it's a good one. The New Jersey deathcore heavyweights Lorna releasing their brand new album Pain Remains on October 14th, 2022 via Century Media Records. Now, for me, at least looking around, a new Lorna record has been hotly anticipated, even before they started to release new music from it. But thanks to those singles that have simply blown away all who've heard them, that eagerness for this new record, it's reached feverish levels. The biggest, the grandest, and most intense release Lorna have put out. Pain Remains is a staggering achievement, a truly spectacular album, an hour's worth of music that still doesn't feel like enough, such as the captivating qualities of it. This is Lorna's moment, and they are grabbing it with both hands. They couldn't have started Pain Remains off in less of a lavish way, as a powerful orchestra and choir set the scene for Welcome Back, O Sleeping Dreamer. When it comes time to rage, Lorna rage like their lives depend upon it. The initial explosion, sounding more like a symphonic black metal band, but quickly easing into their more recognisable deathcore brutality, albeit more furious and fiercer than ever before. Those drums. Good gods, those drums. What a phenomenal start this is. Take a deep breath though, because this is Lorna and they are only getting started. With Into the Earth, that sense of epic is just as present, but utilised to make the guttural growls, frenzied riffs, and toe-curling percussion feel even more dangerous. One word to describe this track is frantic, whereas one word to describe Sun Eater is extravagant. But this track is so layered, one word is simply not enough. The orchestration is bright and brilliant. Lorna taking a more measured approach to their savagery and hitting an epic high in the chorus, one of the album's strongest efforts. One of the most amazing things about this album, beyond the heart and soul that Lorna have pumped into it, is its accessibility, which sounds insane when you consider that it is unashamedly deathcore and consistently and ruthlessly heavy. But somehow Lorna have pulled this off. There's no justice missing this album just because you don't like deathcore. It's so much more than that. And tracks like Curse to Die, Apotheosis, and Wrath are perfect examples of that. Amongst those tracks as well, you'll find the 7+ minute Soulless Existence, one of the album's darkest tracks, one that jumps between tempos with incredible ease. It builds and it builds to an apex before dropping down into darkness, then rising back up again. It is a roller coaster of a song. Which brings us to the title track Trilogy, a 3-part opus that is basically a deathcore love song. Absurd? The only absurd thing about this finale is how brilliant it is. The album as a whole up to this point is an album of the year vibes, but with these 3 tracks it becomes assured. We've got Dancing Like Flames, part 1 Dancing Like Flames. It is simply one of the best tracks released this year and easily one of the best things, if not the best thing Lorna have ever written. It's amazingly emotional and remorselessly brutal. Enough good things can't be said about this track. I could talk about it for freaking hours. This track alone. Just listen to it, check out that stonkingly good guitar solo. Now, while part 2, After All I've Done, I'll Disappear, might not reach that high, it is still a glorious part of this story. One that leans more towards the heavier side of the music, but oozes poignant believability. The sense of loss and despair in this track is almost too much to bear. The story and the album culminates in the 9+ minute finale of part 3, In a Sea of Fire. A bright and brilliant piece of music, where the tears fall like rain in a storm, yet there's a defiance here, a call to arms, a shout of enough is enough. It's a powerful state of mind, and one that resonates loudly at this point point of the story. That is literally the most incredible way I've seen a band end an album in a very, very long time. What more needs to be said? Lorna Shore have released the album of the year. From beginning to end, it is simply brilliant. They should be immensely proud of what they've achieved here, and I think everyone is going to love this. From new fans to old fans, no one is going to hear this and think, my God, this is an absolute slice of brilliance. All right, you may not love it as much as I do, you may not think it's album of the year quality, but I feel like I'm on the right path when I describe it as such. It is Lorna Shore at their best, their grandest, their most intense. What they've achieved here is simply staggering. They may never top this, and that in itself is incredible. But it's, even if it's not for everybody, even if you're not a big fan of deathcore and you kind of avoid it for that, when you hear tracks, if you've heard tracks already, something will resonate with you. Some of this music will cut through. It is spectacular. It is their moment. This might be the thing that pushes Lorna Shore. This will, I think, be the thing that pushes Lorna Shore upwards towards the upper echelons of the industry, of the business. And it's deserved as well. Pain remains. It's not too long to wait now. October 14th, 2022 via Century Media Records. Check it out. You know you're going to anyway. But when you do, come back and let me know if you agree with me or got any other thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?